Hi and welcome to Stamp with Lisa Brown. Today we're going to be making this card using the Pressed Petals Designer Series paper. If you haven't seen this paper, oh, it's so beautiful. So we're going to be using this design here on our card today. But as all Stampin' Up! Paper is double-sided, and you get 4 sheets of every style. So these have really pretty flower clusters on them, and on the back is a wood grain. This here is basically like there's sections of flowers, and you can take your trimmer and cut them up. You can cut off the daisy border and use them on scrapbooking pages, or on along the side of your card, or for the inside of your card. And you can take these and mount them on paper and put a simple sentiment over them and make a quick, easy card. On the back is my favorite because I am a musician. If you didn't know, I was a music major originally when I went to college, right out of high school. So this is my favorite right here. And I'll be posting another video using the paper, and we're going to be using the music note music on that card. And we have a whole cluster of leaves and ferns. This looks like a burlap print or a linen. Another sectional design. This is just the most beautiful navy blue, night of navy blue flowers. And then this field of flowers here, and it has this really pretty script on the back of that. So just really, really gorgeous paper. If you haven't seen it or got your hands on it, I would go ahead and order that today. Okay, so let's move forward with our card. So I have a little bit of a unique opening card. It's the front flap is a little bit shorter, and it has the label that hangs off of the edge. And so let's show you how I made that. So our card base is made out of crumb cake, and the card base is an inch shorter, so it's 7.5 by 5.5, and then I still scored it at a 4.25. Okay, so if you want to make this real easy, just cut your standard card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, fold it in half. You'll have your 4.25 score line, and then you can just cut off 1 inch on one side of your card base. Okay, but let's see here. There's our bone folder. Get our scores down. All right. Next, we're going to take a piece of that really pretty Pressed Petal Designer Series paper, and this measures 5 3/8 by 3 1/8. I wanted it to almost cover the whole part of the front, so I'm going to have a very, very thin border along the front of my card. So we'll go ahead and adhere that down with our snail. I just love this paper. It's so pretty. Okay. Then, let's see. We're going to, I already pre-cut our label that we're going to use on the front, and this comes from the stitched nested label dies. It's a whole collection, and you'll see this one fits right in there. And looks like I'm still missing another one from another project there. So I'll have to find that. All right, so like I said, I've already pre-cut this. I'm going to take Mary Merlot. Our flowers are in Mary Merlot on the Designer Series paper. And I just love this happy birthday. It's just I love the font. I love the size of it. the thickness of the birthday. It just, to me, it's just perfect. So I've been using it a lot. And this, here's a card stamp set, is a really, really nice wordy set if you're looking for some words for your front of your cards and on the inside of your cards. I'm gonna just ink this up. I don't have my sticker label on it for the image. Okay. All right, so there's my happy birthday. And we're gonna go straight into adhering this onto the front of the card, like so. Now, because this hangs off, I wanna be sure that I don't put adhesive on that side. And I need to tuck some leaves behind this label, so I'm just gonna put some adhesive right in the middle. I'm not gonna go to either end. So I'm gonna make sure that I have enough on there so it's gonna hold it. We're gonna just stick that right here. Next, I'm going to take some Mossy Meadow cardstock and the leaf punch, and I'm going to punch out 3 leaves. Okay. And let's see, I really need my silicone mat, and let me grab that. All right, grab my silicone mat, because this way, using my silicone mat, I can just put my leaf on here, take my tape runner, and put adhesive on it, and the adhesive is not going to stick here, it's only going to stick to the paper. There's no adhesive stuck on there. If it did stay on there, it would peel off super easy. So I'm just going to tuck that behind. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. Get some adhesive on there and tuck this behind. And we're going to do one at the bottom. Okay. So now we have our leaves back there. Another favorite product of mine that came out in the 2019-2020 annual catalog in the Pressed Petals suite is the Pressed Petals Washi Tape. And you get 2 rolls. And it's kind of unique. I've never seen a washi tape quite like this one. We'll come back to this roll here in a second. So I'm going to just set that to a side. This roll of washi tape are actually petals. And I don't know if you can see, as you go around the roll, you'll see that you have even spacing around the entire roll until you get to the front. And then all of a sudden, right here, you can see that you have a whole petal. So you want to gently peel that petal off. Okay, and it's just like washi tape. You just peel it off and you have a little petal. All right, so I'm going to peel off 5 of those, and I'm going to start sticking them on. I'm going to start against the birthday, against the B side, so that I know where my spacing is. And let's see here. You got to be careful that it doesn't start peeling up the ones underneath. So we'll just do these. I'm just going to peel them off all right now. There's 3. There's 4. And we're going to make a 5-petal flower. And then I'm just going to start overlapping them. And I'm just going to overlap my centers to make my flower. Now stay to the end of the video because I have a bonus. I'm going to show you something additional to make this flower really pop. And just like washi tape, it sticks right down. All I did was overlap the center of my flowers. And then I'm going to take one of our designer elements. There are these little metal embellishments. And oh, my packaging got all ripped up here. They come in gold, silver, and bronze, or more like a copper. And let's see, I think today I'm going to use the copper or bronze embellishment. And they're self-adhesive. There's a glue dot on the back, and you just lay that right down on your card. And that makes your flower center, gives it a little bling. Now for the inside, now this kind of looks plain over here. So what I'm going to do, this is my inside card piece. And I'm still okay with this, but I still want to decorate this a little bit to make it stand out. So I'm going to take the other roll of washi tape that comes in the Pressed Petals washi tape, and I'm going to peel off a strip. Let me get my paper back out. And peel off a strip, and I'm going to lay it down. I'm just eyeballing where I'm just coming off the paper a little bit, and I'm just eyeballing it. Rip that off. Tuck that behind. And now we're going to put a little adhesive on here. Just put a little bit for right now. And add this to the inside of our card. And now you have a little extra interest. I think it just adds a little bit of extra detail to the card. So what I wanted to show you was a flower, even though I love the fact that the flower, how the flower looks, and but it's one-dimensional. It's flat, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove my element. Okay, and we're going to set that off to the side. And I've already peeled off an extra 5 set of petals. And I'm going to grab my embossing buddy. The embossing buddy is what you rub over your paper when you're heat embossing. This removes the static electricity off your paper so that your embossing powder doesn't stick to your paper. But I'm going to use the embossing buddy to remove the stickiness on part of the petals. So I'm going to just hold the petal in my finger, and then the edges of the petal, I'm just going to tap on my embossing buddy, and then I'm going to stick it onto my project, off-centering the bottom petals. Okay, I'm going to take the next one and do the same thing. Tap the edges, turn my card, and I'm going to overlap the petals a little bit more so that this top layer is just a titch smaller than the petals on the bottom. Take my next petal, tap it on my embossing buddy so it's not sticky. Lay that down. Okay. Take my next one. And lay that in there. And I think I'm going to add one more petal. Got some powder on my mat here. I'm just going to pick it up with that. Okay, and we're going to lay that in there. Now we're going to add our little center stone back in there, our designer element. Now our petal has dimension to it. So now we have the bottom layer, and now we have the top layer, and because I tapped them onto my embossing buddy, they're not going to stick down, so they're going to stay up. I don't know if you can see the dimension to that. Okay? So I hope you love this. Again, this is the Pressed Petal Designer Series paper and washi tape, and our happy birthday is from Here's a Card word set. And I hope you like this video. I hope you like my project. Please like, share, and like my page. And you can catch future videos. Thank you.